All right, here we go. Welcome to the Nois Bois Show. Hey, that rhymed.
What?
I said, all right, here we go. Welcome to
Oh.
the Nois Bois Show.
Off to
And
a
we can
great
keep.
start.
No, we can keep that, dude. We can. That's
Okay.
consistency right there.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
So this is our podcast. My name's Trevor.
My name is Austin.
We are kind of doing like a practice podcast to figure out how this is gonna work. We started this channel like a couple hours ago. We've been thinking about it for a while, right?
A couple months, I think.
Couple months,
I
yeah.
don't know entirely how long, but hopefully this doesn't turn into one of our overhyped projects that we
good.
like to do.
That's a good topic.
This also seems a lot easier.
Yeah, this is kind of like,
This
when
requires much less work than creating a whole video game.
We'll get to that. But yeah, and this is just kind of like, you got time. You can sit down and talk. Like we already kind of do that.
I mean, I can just scroll through Twitter like I normally do.
You just got to speak while you're doing it.
Yeah.
I'm
looking for things I can talk about, but I can also be entertained.
It's true. So yeah, you brought up the whole failed projects thing that we're famous for here.
Famous as everyone knows.
As everyone in our friend group knows.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
One of those projects was a game that we created. Not like a video game, but like a real life game.
A real variation of Cops and Robbers, I would say.
Yeah, no, that's how it started. We were at one of our friends Zach's house, and we were trying to play Cops and Robbers, but in a way that was actually fun.
Well, in a way that we could play in a basement with 5 guys in like actually make it somewhat difficult.
Yeah, because Cops and Robbers is a pretty basic game.
But also, we didn't have a ton of space. So
that's true.
So that's where we got the idea to play it in the dark on our hands and knees.
Right. And so we ended up with a game that was like Cops and Robbers, but it was also a bit like more. There were like more roles to it. There weren't just Cops and Robbers. We had there was like one bad guy, and then one good guy, and then everyone else was just trying to survive.
Just, hide. Pretty much, that's it.
And it turned into this thing where we made all kinds of different roles and different abilities, and everyone could do all kinds of different stuff, and we just kept playing it.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of just became a thing that we would do pretty much anytime we hang out. We don't play it as much anymore. We're getting old.
Oh, we're getting old, man. Don't remind me.
My knees, yeah. I'm getting
ripe old age of 20.
Getting gray hair in many places.
Oh, I don't need to know that. But yeah, so we wanted to turn that game that we play in real life into a video game, and we kind of all dived in. We've got a lot of like different things. We're
really good at making ideas.
That's true, yeah. And
we've got a whole Google folder filled with descriptions of characters. I think that was like most of it. Description of characters, mechanics. I don't think we had map ideas yet.
We had a couple, but
most of it was how characters would interact with each other.
Yeah, that's true.
Because we like I said, we had many ideas on how to make characters.
Right, and we spent like probably 2 days trying to balance them as well to make sure everything would be fair. And we kind of just dived headfirst into Unity. It's probably not the most powerful game engine, but if you're if you know what you're doing, you can make something happen. Like think about all the games that are made with Unity. They're usually pretty simple, but they're also like really fun. And I think it could have worked out mostly because our friend group is like pretty diverse with what we're doing for a career, like what we're good at. Like Connor, he's the music boy.
Mm-hmm.
He made like a soundtrack for the title screen. And like me,
hopefully you can make an intro music.
And Tom as well. We both do art.
Okay, well Tom,
well, he does art. He just doesn't do it for a career.
Tom is probably the most interesting combination of interests that I know.
That's true.
Because, and I was explaining this to my engineering friends at college that do not understand at all how he's into art, engineering, philosophy. Like that. It's
writing too. He just wrote
his own book. He made it. Hold on, where?
Check it out.
The Heart of the Sky.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's gonna be loud.
Should we read an excerpt?
He goes by T.J. Dunn.
TJ, what is his middle name? John? I think it's John.
Everyone is John.
Everyone is John. Okay. Well, that's a whole nother thing. To the people who matter
That's
most
your
to me.
copy. So.
Yeah. Oh man.
No,
we gotta read this thing. We won't do that.
You can read it later.
Yeah.
I don't know much about it. Yeah. Well, I know a lot of the story, but I don't know a lot of the story.
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
I would hope so.
Yeah, no, I edited like a chapter maybe. But like the chapter was also like a couple hundred words.
I don't think I was very involved in it. I saw some stuff, but I think for the most part, I just wasn't involved.
It's whatever. It was his thing. Obviously, you know, the whole story is kind of a metaphor.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
It's not much you can get involved with other than like editing or cover art or whatever.
So do we want to like introduce our other friends that aren't here? Because
yeah, we probably should do that. I mean, I don't know who else is going to be listening to this other than our friends, but you know.
But you know, it's just something to talk about.
Yeah.
You know?
So we've got our friend group.
Here's an easy way. Let's just open up the group me. That way we're not shame.
I feel like that's almost harder though, because we just all have names that aren't our own names.
Okay, but we know who they are.
Okay.
All right.
Well, let's give some background, right? So we all went to high school together, for the most part.
For like at least a year.
For the most part, we were all in high school together, the same high school. And
all of my friends left me 8th grade, so they all made new friends in middle school, and then that's how I met them. Met the new friends.
And so it was kind of like two groups that merged together. Yes. There was your friend group and my friend group.
And then there were some stragglers.
And some people who've joined along the way.
Like I would say
You, Connor, Zach, Nate.
That was my four.
That was your core group, and then it was me, Trevor, Kay, Tom, Sean, Adam, Nathaniel.
Okay. Ryan, I met in...
Ryan is part of yours too, yeah.
Well, okay, Ryan and Luke were my friends, but like I didn't have a friend group with them.
Were my friends.
They were my friends previously.
Yeah.
And they are my friends now.
Right.
So Ryan, I met in, I believe, 3rd grade after a musical. I think only musicals did in elementary school, and because his sister is in my grade, and my mom, his mom, they knew each other, and afterwards we were like, Mom was like, hey, we're going to Jordan's house, and I was like, okay, don't know anyone there. Lo and behold, Ryan, probably the biggest gaming nerd I knew at the time. He played a lot of Modern Warfare 2 back then, let me tell you.
Who didn't, though?
I have 22 days.
Who didn't play a lot of Modern Warfare 2? I have 22
days played in that game.
The game was beautiful.
It was so balanced.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it would have held up.
No.
But
for another day.
Anyways.
But that's how I met Ryan. Luke, I've pretty much known since I was born because...
Both popped out the womb together.
No. There's like 6 months in between, something like that. Yeah, I don't know the entire story. I just know that I've known him forever. Family friends, yeah, that's about it. Connor, I met in 3rd grade.
Don't mess this up. He'll come after you.
I met him in 3rd grade, and we were in the same class. I think we were in the same 4th and 5th grade class too, if I remember correctly. And we were like best friends, like only person I ever hung out with. And then I got to middle school, and I think for the first 2 years, I had another group of friends. But I met Nathan through them. Sitting at the lunch table, and Nate and I became Xbox friends because Nate. So Ryan played a lot of Modern Warfare 2. Nate played a lot of Modern Warfare 3.
Yeah.
He could not go a day. I mean, and this is coming from him, that he played minimum like an hour playing that game. Like he's like max prestige. Like, oh my god,
1v1 snipers only on Dome.
No, I don't know. But speaking of dumb, here's a funny story. One time Nate and I were playing the game, and you hear in the background, you hear his daddy say, "What's that one map? The one with the dome?" And Nate's like, "You mean the dome?" I don't know why, but we always go.
I imagine that's how the Modern Warfare team makes their maps too. They're like, okay,
like Terminal.
This map, it's got a dome on it. What should we call it? Oh, let's call it dome. Hire that guy.
Wait, hire?
I don't know.
Why is he
I think
there?
he was just like peeking through the window or something.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah.
Like Wasteland. It's a wasteland. Terminal. It's just an airport terminal, but
Rust is kind of rusty.
Yeah.
Anyways, what about Zach?
So Zach,
it surprises me how like late in Zach joined your friend group because I feel like
Zach was high school.
Yeah, I know, and that surprises me. I feel like you guys have been friends with him forever.
I didn't have but I also didn't have a friend group like till high school. Like it.
Oh right. Bless you.
Thank you. So Zach, I met, through a mutual liking.
Oh, right. Yeah, we don't need to name names.
So there's this girl.
I am familiar.
That I was friends with.
Go on. I'm familiar. Christ.
So there's this girl that I was very good friends with for a while. And I don't remember if this was before or after this girl and I had broken up because we dated for a little bit. And Zach was talking to her too. I don't remember the context of anything, but Nate and Zach and Connor met in high school. Like Nate was friends with Zach,
right.
And Zach was talking to this girl that
makes more sense.
So in band, Nate had introduced me to Zach as Austin. Like, this is Austin. And on Xbox, there was a guy that he knew was Austin, but he didn't put the two together.
Oh no.
And once he did, he
Wait, was it you, the one you knew on Xbox? Or were both Austins you, or was it a different Austin?
Both Austins were me. I was the Austin on Xbox and the Austin.
And he didn't realize it.
He didn't. I don't know. God, that. And he's gonna be a pilot. I mean,
what does that have to do with anything?
Because he's being trusted with many lives.
He's pretty good at flying on Fortnite. Those new planes.
I haven't played since that update. But,
yeah, that's understandable.
So, I think. I joked about him being scared of me because one day he came in the band with like volleyball like knee pads on. I forgot the context of what it was, but it definitely wasn't because he thought I was going to beat him up. But I do think he was actually partially scared of me once because of the whole
nice.
That whole situation.
Yeah.
With the mutual female. So, and then after they broke up, him and I started talking a lot. We bonded over a mutual ex.
Yeah.
And that's how we became great friends. And I think we really started talking in sophomore year. And that was also when we had the lunch table that had like a bunch of us. So that also helped. And I don't know if I had band with him, but I think it was because our lunch period was the same that we talked a lot.
Right.
Because band kids, what we could do is we could, you have like the half lunch, half like study hall or whatever it's called for that period. But band kids could just go to the band room and be like signing in like I'm practicing.
Yeah.
And we just go there and talk. Like that's what most of the kids did. It was a cool thing.
Interesting.
So
I did not know that.
Well, because you were big.
I know.
So I think we did that for a while, and like that's how we would start talking, and yeah, I think that's everyone I knew first. Well, I think So you can go ahead and start if you want to talk about everyone else.
Let's see if I can do this in chronological order. I definitely met Adam first. Adam, Florida man. The one and only.
Yeah.
I met him first grade. Let's go with that.
First.
Yeah, first grade. Old friend. We had the same first grade class. And I think I invited him to my dinosaur birthday party. Dude, never thrown a better party in my life. We had like.
Wait, can I tell an interesting story about birthday party
Yeah,
I had
go for it.
in this very room? All right.
Okay.
I don't know what birthday it was, but we had like this interesting type of piñata where instead of hitting it, it had a bunch of like strings on the bottom.
You'd like pull them.
Yeah. So for whatever reason, I don't know why I didn't complain about this at all. But like the piñata's over there, and we get in a giant line, and I'm back here, over here, on the complete opposite side of the room. Like normally you'd think like the birthday kid goes first, right? But for whatever reason, I just like walked over there, and nobody seemed to care at all. And I didn't think about it until like after the fact. I was like, man, why wasn't I up there? Like this is my party. Like I should have center stage because it's all about me and my like 7-year-old self. And I thought like, oh, whatever. There's like a ton of strings. Like I'll be able to get up there. Like fourth person to go, everything falls out. And I was like, well, there goes my opportunity to just take this.
That's
like,
so sad.
Yeah, I remember being upset at my dad because he was like running the whole thing, and I was like, how dare you not let me be up there? So
even though you went to the back of the line.
I'm assuming I did. I don't think my dad was like, get back there, kid.
I guess it makes sense you don't remember that. So yeah, I met Adam first grade through a dinosaur birthday party. It was called like Trevor's T-Rex crew or something like that.
God.
And
were you wearing a fedora?
I know that was pre-fedora age. Yeah, that actually was fairly late on. But my dad worked for a company that made pedometers, and they also like printed stuff as well. And so he got these big white T-shirts that just had like a T-Rex on it, and it said like just in the most basic font ever, Trevor's T-Rex party or whatever.
Are you a T-Rex with tiny T-Rex?
And they were not made for first graders. These were like it'd probably fit me right now. And so I wore that as like a pajama shirt.
Never leave anything up to the dad.
For several years of my life, and every single person who went to that party got one of those massive shirts. I'm curious to know how many people still have them. But yeah, none. I don't think I have them. So yeah, probably.
Right. I have shirts in my closet from like years ago that I just don't wear because like basically my closet it's like the left
college
side
football.
Well, yes, but the left side is a ghost town. I don't know what's over there. The right side's like all old shirts, but like the middle like third is like my actual clothes.
Yeah.
And just the outskirts are just literally whatever.
Yeah. So yeah, I met Adam in first grade. After that I met I'm gonna mess it up. I either met Sean or Trevor K. I don't remember which was first. Maybe they're at the same time. I think they're both in third grade. Maybe Trevor K was in second grade.
Have you always been in the same house?
I've always been in the same house.
Trevor K has his... Oh, no, that's right. I remember. His house in the next neighborhood.
So, yeah, I met Sean and Trevor K, I think, in third grade. Met Sean through Adam, because Adam and Sean have been best friends, like, their entire lives.
Okay.
And then I met Trevor K through one of my other friends who I moved away. We don't really speak to anymore.
I think I've heard that story.
Yeah, but I also met Tom as well. That might have been third grade.
Okay, hold on. Sorry to keep interrupting.
No, you're good.
But I have a quick story about Tom that he seems to conveniently forget. In 6th grade, I had math with him and Connor, and like. For whatever reason, I don't know why he would think that I'm annoying, because, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm never annoying. Never. But he literally, like, straight up to my face said, I don't like you, I think you're annoying, and I was like, man.
Oh, my God.
So I was like, I guess I'm never going to talk to this guy again. And when I told him about that in high school, he just, like, had no clue what I was talking about, and I was like,
see, I have a similar story, but it's not so subtle. It's like,
I don't think it was subtle. He just straight up said it to me.
That's true.
What's subtle about that?
Is that I don't deny that it happened.
Oh, okay.
Basically, is that Connor joined my lunch table in 8th grade, and we thought he was just so goddamn annoying. I think like it was never to the point where like we wanted to kick him out of the table, but he was just kind of awkward.
Okay,
right?
can I say? I've told this to him before. His best and worst quality is that he is
outgoing.
No. It's I can't. I'm drawing a blank. I can't think of the word. Optimistic. That's the word.
Right.
See, he's so happy all the time, and he's so positive, and I don't like it. I as someone who likes to at least think of themselves as being a realist, although I could probably be a pessimist sometimes too.
Yeah, depends. That's fair.
I just think because my sister is a pessimist and my mom is an optimist, and my dad, I like to think, is like he's in between the two, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I like to think that I try to fall in that line, but you know, maybe most people think that they fall in that line. I don't know. That would be interesting.
Yeah, it's nice because Connor is like kind of our mediator in the group. When I'm like
when he's I think you are because I
would agree. I think I'm probably the biggest mediator we have, but
because
Connor is more level-headed than me.
Yes, Connor will rarely get pissed off.
I don't think I've ever seen him pissed off.
I have. Well, I've known him the longest.
Yeah,
but yeah, I've seen him pissed. I think the worst he'll do is get like a grimace and like maybe a slam on the table, but that's about it.
Mm-hmm.
I just think you communicate with us more.
Yeah,
than he does.
Yeah, that's true. But anyways, story about Connor joining our lunch table. I don't even really remember why we thought he was annoying. I think it was mostly because he kind of like just joined the lunch table and like no he wasn't really like friends with any of us. Like it wasn't like he's friends with one person at the table and he like was like, "Hey guys, nice to meet you all."
So how do you know you guys?
I think he just kind of joined us. Maybe like he had a class with someone at our table, but like they didn't really.
I know he did say that. I think him, Nate, and Zach had a class together.
Yeah, but none of them. I don't think any of them sat at our table.
Oh, okay.
This was like me, Sean, Trevor K.
You know, of everybody in our friend group, I was the only person to go to Benarsic 8th grade.
Oh, really? Wow.
The only one.
Yeah. But anyways.
Well, Ryan did, but he's not.
That's true. Yeah, it's different grade. But thinking back though, like I think the only thing I can think of why we thought he was annoying is just because he was like overly friendly.
Yeah, that's the whole optimism. He's just like positive all the time.
What a stupid reason to think someone's annoying.
I know, right?
I just like
it's like I feel like most people would like welcome that.
I feel so bad about it. Like even though it's like
I could totally imagine you being like, who the fuck does this person think they are?
Yeah, because we always played cards during lunch, and it was like
I remember you guys talking about that.
It was good.
I was not a big fan of card games.
But yeah, I don't know if it ever came off. Like I don't think we ever really like approached him about it and said like, "Man, you're kind of annoying."
Well, no one's gonna go up to somebody and say like, "Hey, can you stop being so happy?"
Yeah, but so I don't know if it ever like affected him. But if it did, I'm sorry. But yeah, so I met that was Trevor K, Tom, Adam, and Sean. Who else is left? Jake. Nathaniel and Jake. So Nathaniel I met in middle school. I think we met in like gym. I don't know exactly the reason. Maybe we had.
I remember. Was it 7th grade?
It might have been.
Or 6th grade.
I don't know.
You, me, and Nathaniel had PE together, and I remember you and Nathaniel had literally every class with each other.
Oh yeah, that's probably why we became friends. Yeah, we had so many classes together.
No, I think it was not just.
Was it every single one?
I'm pretty sure you guys. It was literally.
Why do you remember that?
Because I remember. For being honest, I remember you making fun of my nipple, and my weird 3D nipple that I have.
You had like I don't think you even have nipples that are that weird. I don't know why we're talking about this.
I'm connecting everything together because I remember we were all.
It was me and Trevor K, and we went to the pool, and you were also at the pool, and we kind of knew you.
Wait, what pool?
Like it was like a pool, like not like
Like what?
Like with slides, like one outside that you have to pay for to go into, like not like a school thing.
I don't think so. I don't think I've ever been to like a community pool that you guys have also been to.
No, that's definitely where I remember it from.
No, because I remember this from the locker room in PE, where it was like you, me, and then Nathaniel along. I remember exactly where we were. I don't remember the exact lockers. I remember the wall, where you walk in and then you turn left to the guy's locker room, and then you turn right, and if you keep going straight, it's like in the very first room, that like a giant open one on the left wall. That's where our lockers were.
Yeah.
And I just remember you making fun of my 3D. You called it a 3D nipple.
All I remember is that I saw one time you had like a nipple that was bigger than the other nipple, and I don't think that's even accurate.
It wasn't just bigger. It just like stuck out, like just like it.
Maybe
I can't explain it.
Why are we?
I got weird nips.
Oh God. Anyways, yeah. So Nathaniel I met in middle school, or maybe I didn't meet him, but I became friends with him in middle school.
Jake?
Yeah, no, Nathaniel.
I'm saying, did you explain?
No, not yet.
I think okay. I don't know if you were done with that.
Yeah, but me and Nathaniel were like, we became really close friends in middle school. Like I was probably closer with him than almost anyone else, and I don't exactly know why, because it feels like it was such a sudden thing. But I'm glad. Like Nathaniel's a good friend of mine. I wish he was still here.
He's not dead.
He's not dead. He's just in another country doing like adult things. But we still consider him part of the friend group, because he's didn't like
in the group.
It's true. He's still in the group chat. He just hasn't spoken in a year and a half. And then Jake, I also met in middle school, through Sean. Him and Sean were friends. They were both part of the like. It wasn't robotics. It was like something else. It was like Lego, but it was also robotics. I don't know. It was like a club, and they were both engineer guys, and both liked video games, and we kind of became friends through that. I don't really have much more to say on that. Like, I don't know. We've always just kind of been like consistently average friends. Like he lives farther away than most everyone else, so we don't see each other as much. He lives wherever he lives. Yeah. Well,
I'm saying he lives where like like there's not like houses usually on that.
Yeah, he lives kind of out in the but anyways, we've like there's a lot of people that I was friends with that I kind of stopped being friends with because of like distance. Like we just didn't see each other much, and neither of us had like the initiative to
see. I don't think I ever really had friends that I was like friends with. Okay, actually I take it back. There's one person, but like pretty much anyone that I've been friends with that I've considered like an actual friend is in our friend group. There's very few people outside of it that I actually consistently talk to. Yeah, excluding college.
I agree with that.
Because college, I do have my own friends because the fraternity.
I just struggle to like say someone isn't a friend if I like spoke to them a lot in a period of time. Like even if I don't, if I didn't talk to, it's not if I talked to someone consistently. It's if I like had a chunk where I spent a lot of time with them.
My thing on that is like in elementary school, you're changing classes every year, but like those are your only people you're pretty much going to be with. So it's like I don't really, unless if I consistently talk to someone throughout that time period, I don't consider them a friend because like I'm just kind of stuck with them. And I had that's how I think about it. Like high school classes, like there are people that I talk to purely because I had a class with them, and I get it. Outside of that, I'm never going to talk to them again.
Yeah.
Like I had like friends that are like that, but I do think that I made most of my at least like semi high school friend relationships through band. That's how I met a lot of people.
Connor, Zach, Nate.
Well, I didn't meet. I met Zach through band, but I'm saying there were a lot of people, like people that I would just talk to, that I just met through band.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So that's the whole group, right? Oh my God, are we missing someone?
No,
I sure hope not.
Okay, well, I haven't really talked about. I talked about my friend group. I haven't really talked about how I met everyone else because I don't.
Oh right. Like, so how did the two friend groups come together?
Okay, well,
you and
I had the only person. Well, yeah, I know with you. The only person I think that I was friends with before like the merge.
Trevor K.
Was Trevor K because of football. That was about it.
I always forget you played football.
I know, right? I don't look like it at all.
I mean, when did you play? You didn't.
I played. No, I played 7th grade. No, I played tackle, so it was like 2 spots.
Okay.
So, I know. I played 7th grade through sophomore year.
Yeah.
So, not very long.
Did you have like a position that you stuck to?
Left tackle usually.
Okay.
Gotta protect the blind side.
That's defense, right?
No.
What?
There are defensive tackles.
Okay. So it's it's an understandable mistake.
Yeah, it is an understandable
Move
mistake.
on. I'm not a sports guy.
You know who is a sports guy?
What?
I said you know who is a
you. You're the sports boy.
I am the sports boy. I want to be the sports boy when I grow up.
Yeah.
Yeah. But with the brain, not the brawn.
Right.
I can't do that.
Well, you did it for a bit, like you said.
That's too much work.
Yeah. Anyway, so you met Trevor K through football.
Mm-hmm.
You and I met. Similar reasons for you and Zach meeting, you might say.
And that's a story for another day.
It's probably never a story.
Yeah, I don't think. Well, no, we met.
Yeah.
No, we had
gym
math.
And we had math. Oh yeah, well, that was all kind of during the same time.
I had math with Sean freshman year too.
Okay.
We sat next to each
other.
Did
you guys didn't like become friends though, really?
Not like friends, but like that's how we started talking.
Yeah.
Like at all.
Like when I'd say we joined the friend group it was the order that we joined. It was Trevor K, then me, and then pretty much everyone else.
See, like I think it was like when did it happen? Was that like junior year? Or senior year?
It would have been sophomore year. We had gym and math.
Well, okay, but I'm saying like when the whole
but like junior, probably
when the name
junior
became
year.
Like took effect.
I think the name and like when we kind of solidified ourselves as a group was senior year actually.
That's when I think it happened. Which it seems like we've known each other forever, right. But it really
really
has
feels
not
like
been that long.
Yeah,
but it's like outside of like these people like here, like I don't really consider many people to be my friends.
Yeah.
Or people that I
agree.
Like, care about.
I don't think there's anyone else I'm friends with like that isn't in the group. Like, I mean, Jake, I was friends with, but then he kind of became part of the group.
Yeah, Tom said we annexed him.
We annexed Jake?
Like we just
took him
over.
Stole him.
Yeah. I don't know from who, but
I think we stole him from his own home. Didn't we show up at his house and just like kidnap him?
I don't know. I wasn't part of that. I just one day he was in the group chat and then he started hanging out with us. And I was like, cool.
That's right. I added him to the Minecraft group chat because he joined the realm.
Yeah,
that's why.
That. I remember because I remember him. I was leaving your house and he was like trying to figure out how he should pay me for it.
Right, and we were having like a big argument in the regular group chat, and I think I wanted to like show him.
About what?
I don't remember. It was something stupid. We always have stupid arguments. They never last, and we deal with it.
Because we're guys.
Yeah, we're bros being bros.
No, hold on. I gotta find the video.
Okay, what video?
It's like a guy. I think he's here. It is. Hold on. Yeah, here it is.
What's better than this? Guys being dudes.
Oh yeah.
I think he
guys being dudes.
I always thought he was wearing like a South Carolina polo, but no, this is Boston College. Oh, I'm stupid. I never bothered to look at the logo in the middle of the field. I don't know the context to this.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to play this one more time.
Go for it. Oh boy.
What's better than this? Guys being dudes.
That's football, man.
Yeah, that's football.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I just wanted.
No, you're good.
You just made me think of that when you said that.
That's kind of what I was going for.
So yeah, that's pretty much how. That's all of us.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to say. So, I really don't know where to go right now. If I'm being honest.
Yeah. So that's kind of our friend group. It's been like, how long have we all kind of? It was junior year. We've been like, we've known each other for like 4 or 5 years.
If we're gonna talk about how everyone kind of like became part of it, I would say me, Nate, Zach, and Connor. We were a friend group, and
Luke.
No, Luke wasn't part of that.
No, okay.
Luke was my friend, but he just kind of like joined in.
Yeah. Like
later on, I don't know really how. He just started like I would hang out. Because I usually have people over at my house, so I'd have people over, and then I think when I started getting to know more of you guys, and like you would come over, I think that's how kind of it started.
Yeah, because Trevor K.
I'm always the one that has.
Trevor K. started coming over to your house, and like it was the whole thing where he just showed up and came in.
Well, yes, but I remember there were also times where he would come over to my house, and like you would have people over at your house from like your friend group,
right.
and like later at night he would go and then sleep over at your house.
Yeah.
But then eventually I think, because I think between everybody, you and I have the people over the most. We're like we host the most. Definitely. I think I host people. I don't think I host people as often as I used to, because now.
I mean, we just can't. People have like college.
Well,
and
no,
stuff.
but I'm saying because like when we were in high school, it was like literally every weekend. I was like, yeah, just come over.
Right.
But it was just like always my house, just because my parents are very relaxed and chill, and they like having people over, which is nice.
Definitely. And I think we're pretty respectful to them as well. Like, it's all good. Your parents are good.
Yeah. That's one way. Okay, sure.
I mean, like, it's, a house full of like 8 teenage boys every weekend. No, I don't think a lot of parents are like okay with that.
Yeah, I know. Well, also, I think it's because they want us to like, enjoy ourselves, and they don't want to like be like the strict parent that's like no.
Yeah.
They just don't want to, like, I don't know. I just feel like sometimes you get parents that just say no for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
They're just like, well, I'm the parent.
Yeah,
you're
there's
gonna listen to me.
There's a whole conversation about parenting styles and stuff. I don't know exactly what it is. I mean, I'm not a parent. I feel like that's the kind of thing you learn about yourself when you have kids. But I feel like if I had to choose right now, I feel like I would be a pretty relaxed parent.
Yeah. Okay. I don't want to get too off topic because I want to go back to like how everyone joined.
Mm-hmm.
So like I have my friend group, and Trevor K, I was friends with him. So like that's why I started like hanging out with him.
Yeah.
And then I think because you two were like kind of close.
Yeah, we've been like best friends for most of our lives as well.
Then that's how, and then because people, I would assume before they went to your house a lot.
Yeah, kinda. Trevor K, definitely. We hung out like almost every week. Several days.
And I think once the three of us like kind of like knew each other.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, excuse me.
You're good.
I think that like kind of like opened the door to like
other people. Yeah. Like having like a group.
Like so someone like Sean and Adam
mm-hmm.
and like Nathaniel, like before I would not have just like hung out with on my own.
Yeah.
Like at this point I'll hang out with anybody, like just like one-on-one pretty much. Like,
anybody in our group.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I remember how Ryan got introduced was because
Chicago.
What?
You brought him to Chicago.
No.
Other people.
No, he got introduced by on the first. It's the night he got his nickname.
Oh right.
So he had always just been an Xbox friend.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's a horrible way to put it.
Well, because you don't have classes with him. He's a year younger.
But it's like I had like I talked to him more on Xbox than I did anything else. But
which is understandable.
Yes. But what I mean by that is that like I would have people over, but I wouldn't like invite him over when I had those people over, because I just always thought they were separate groups, and like that's just kind of like how I thought of it. I didn't like really put I was just like this is just how it is. And then one day, because I would always say, oh, I gotta go, I have people coming over.
All right.
And then one day he's like, well, can I come over? I was like, well, I guess. I mean, it's not that far away.
Yeah.
And then when
that was literally the first time.
That was the first time he ever hung out with any of you guys, and we bought Outlast, and that's how he got his nickname from that game.
His nickname is Batteries? ?
Batteries?
Yeah, it's the word batteries with a question mark. And
because in the game you have cameras, or you have a camera. And
night vision camera, yeah.
Well, I think in the higher, like the more difficult modes, just using it uses battery, but in the game when he was playing, only using night vision used it. Okay. But like he needs batteries, so he would walk around and you'd be like, batteries? Like, do you have any batteries? Yeah. Like, hello, is there any batteries in here? And he's just like, whenever he's searching anything, and for whatever reason, people thought it was funny. Well, so that's just his nickname.
I'm pretty sure the reason it was funny was because he was just like completely ignoring the fact that if he was playing a horror game, like
because he's the only one that doesn't get affected by it.
Yeah, like he was just walking around.
Okay, I think it's also important to note he's good at games. Like
that's true.
He's good at video games
definitely.
Too. Yeah.
But yeah, like I mean, I remember you guys were telling us about it because I wasn't there. Unfortunately, I wish I was. But
Were you there for the second one?
Yeah.
Okay.
But like the very first one, you guys were saying like there was like this big guy chasing him around down a hallway. And
Yeah.
he was just like being chased by
That
this
happens
guy.
a lot in that game.
Yeah, I know, but like it was like a big part, like it was a boss.
And it was just I think he was just like a recurring thing throughout most of the game, if I remember correctly.
And he was just completely ignoring it.
Well, he wasn't ignoring it. But he was just like, whatever. I'm just running down the hallway and just like
peek into this room. Batteries.
But like, okay, because there were I remember a specific scenario where, and this is like the first time I ever heard the term bamboozled used. So he was running down the hall and he turns left, opens a door, and he goes into a room, and he goes further down, like as if he's continuing like straight, as if you like turn left in the room, then turn right immediately. Mm-hmm. And there's a door on the right, like literally further down the hall. And he's thinking this guy's gonna come in, walk into that door, chase me, I'm gonna go out the door and come back. And he opens the door and the guy's standing there and everyone jumps. Like everyone's like frightened because they're like, oh my god, the dude's like right there. Like yeah. And then Ryan, he just opens it and he goes, closes it, runs back the other way, and he's just like, and I think he just says, "Get bamboozled," and I'm like, okay, like everyone got freaked out. He's just, like he's like me most of the time. Just
he's like, oh, that sucks. That's annoying.
He's
now
like,
I gotta go around.
He's just like, it was like like I get told I'm monotone all the time. That was like him when he plays that game.
Yeah, that's true. Oh man. We've had some good times.
And I think the thing that made that fun was because that was one of the last times we ever tried to jam everyone into my room. Because before, when people came over, like my room was like the hangout spot where it's like everyone would go. But now that we're all like 20, it's kind of hard to fit like 8 dudes in my room.
Also,
and
your
room... I think I have a bigger bed than most of us. Because I think most people have like a jack or something.
A jack?
That. I don't know what it's called.
There's like, I think there's like twin and then something and then queen and king. It's not jack though.
Okay, I don't know, but and then I think
double.
I don't know, but my room
yeah, your room is like a good orientation.
Like, kind of like abnormally, not large, but I think it seems smaller because of my bed.
Yeah,
it takes up space, but there's also the space between the bed and the closet where you could have like 3 people laying down if you needed to.
But the point is like your bed is like long ways facing the TV.
Yeah. I liked it like that.
Yeah. Because
that way you could have people like sitting on the bed watching the TV.
Exactly. So. That's why it worked out so well. But yeah, no, I have like the same size bed. I just don't have a TV in my room. Like we'd never hang out up there.
Also, one thing with like a bed that size, I hated having like the idea of having like my bed like in the middle of the room.
Oh,
like I always wanted it in a corner
against the wall.
I don't know why I prefer that. And like,
did you ever like roll off your bed as a child?
No, I just hated the idea of okay, so the way I always sleep on my side, and it does not matter which way my bed is oriented, I always look to the right, so I will orient my body so that I sleep looking towards the open part of the room.
Really?
I don't know if that's because I'm nervous and it's a safety thing, but it's how I always am.
That's same. When I was little, I like, because my bed is like in the middle of my room, but like one direction is the windows and the other direction is the closet, and unless I had the closet door like all the way open and the light on, I wouldn't look at it while I was sleeping. I just couldn't. Like it freaked me out too much. I don't know why. Like I've never been. I was always like super afraid of the dark as a child. I had like night lights all over my room.
Dude, I'm gonna be honest right now. Sometimes still afraid of the dark. Like I'm not gonna lie. Every time I walk out to my car and it's like 11 p.m.
Oh well, yeah, that's reasonable.
And I'm like flipping the key out. I'm looking around. I'm like, all right, come at me.
Yeah.
Like I'm ready.
let's go.
And I don't know why, but I have this like ingrained in my brain every time like I come back like really late at night. Like I always feel like, well, every time I open the garage, I was like, someone's just gonna pop out. Like something's gonna happen. I don't know why I think about it. I'm like,
it's because it happens. It's like it doesn't happen a lot, but when it happens, people hear about it. It's a newsworthy story.
Like I think there was I don't know where this was, somewhere on social media a while ago, where somebody said that, and I understand because I always do this, where it's like if you ever walk into a bathroom, like you're gonna like do your business, and like there's like a curtain that's closed, like I always like check behind it. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But well, I know why, because I'm like something's gonna be there, and it was like something where it's like I always check this, And one time when I checked it, there was actually someone in my house behind it, and I didn't know how to react to
What?
it.
Like
I don't remember.
one of the members of your family?
No, like someone had broken into their house, and I guess
Oh.
they heard them come in, so they hid there,
Oh.
hoping they wouldn't check. But the person checks every time. I don't know. It's probably one of those things someone just makes up to get free internet points.
Yeah, that's true.
I just thought it was interesting to think about. Like I check, but I don't know what I would do if someone's there. Like usually I come in there and then I'm not like at the ready where I'm
you're not wielding
prepared
like
to
a
fight
butcher's
someone.
knife.
Yeah, like I'm usually when I come in there, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but I definitely know I'm not ready to fight somebody.
Yeah, usually you don't go in the bathroom ready to fight anyone. It's quite the opposite.
I'm usually ready. I just want to relieve myself.
Oh God, what the hell? Yeah. Oh my God. It's a thing. What are you were talking about it? Something about the other day about like checking the back seat of your car because you heard something about that.
No. It was. Oh, I can't think of the movie. Nate and Zach played it when they were at my house. I don't know why I let them do it because I'm not a horror movie person.
Me neither.
Okay. The point of it is there's like this girl that gets stalked.
Okay.
Very basic story.
Yeah.
By this group of people that run this website where it's supposed to be like, it's like a fetish thing that people like get off to of people like actually physically getting hurt. Like they will stalk, hurt, abuse people, and even kill them.
Okay.
And it's like a paid service that they have that you can.
I would hope that's not free.
Oh, I'm assuming it is. I don't think they say anywhere like, oh, pay for $29.99 for your whatever. But it was supposed to be like super hardcore or whatever. And this girl gets stalked, and part of it is like her boyfriend they basically like kill her or kill him as part of the scare factor because
right.
That's just it's for entertainment. And what happens is the guy is like, it's at nighttime and he gets in his car and I think he's like sending her a video or something and he gets in and then as he sits down he turns it off and then when she sees it in the background you can see someone with a mask on and I think he just gets strangled. Okay. But like ever since I saw that, anytime I get in the car late at night, I like as I'm walking, I like take an extra wide turn when I walk around to the front and I unlock it so the light turns on and I peek in the back and I'm like, no one's getting me. Yep. Like you're not catching me off guard.
I'm not gonna be on the black market.
And then one time I got really freaked out because now I have to share the car. Right. And one of us is really messy. So one of my sister's jacket was in the back. Yeah. And it was like on the floor and I was like, I'm looking around like, no, I thought it was a person for a sec. I was like, what are you doing in my car, dude? Like, come out there. I'm like, I'm ready to fight now. Yeah. Like every time I go back to the thing where like when I walk back into like my garage when it's like late at night, I'm like thinking someone's gonna pop out. Like I always hold like the keys like in my fingers. Like I'm like ready to like stab somebody.
Yeah. No, I have the same thing. I have a key that's like a switchblade. Like you press the button and the key flips out. It's not sharp or anything. I don't think I could do anything with that, but it's just
you see, I feel like
powerful.
Well, I mean the other person's not gonna know that. They're like, oh, shit, this guy's got a knife. Yeah. That's not a knife. This is a knife. Yeah, but horror movies are not my thing. Like I remember seeing the trailer for I can't think of it, but it was like basically like a deaf woman gets stalked in her own house or something.
Yeah.
That just creeped me the hell out. Because the guy's just like in her house walking around. Like she doesn't know and he's just stalking her because she can't hear him. So yeah.
I remember. I don't remember what it's called though. Was it called Hush? That doesn't sound right.
Maybe.
Hush. That's what it shows. A deaf writer who retreats into the woods to live a solitary life must fight for her life in silence.
That definitely sounds
Oof. Right. No, thank you. 92% on Rotten Tomatoes. Dang.
Yeah, that's Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah. 6.6 on IMDb. So, yeah. Yeah, it doesn't... they never line up. Yeah. I watched It Follows. with
Wasn't
Trevor
that
K.
just about like?
It was a sexually transmitted.
That's
demon.
what I thought. I thought it was okay, right? STD.
Yeah. That was the joke that everyone made. Everyone thought they were so creative for making that joke. But yeah, it was creepy. I did not like it. I think I had.
Well, didn't it like never
it.
show what the thing was?
No, it did. It was just a person.
Okay. Wait, but for most of the movie, it didn't show what it was, right? I didn't see it. I just have heard.
Oh no, like there were scenes where like you could see it following them.
I'm saying
like
like in a shadow, or like
no,
as in like you can't make it out.
It's basically like a person who looks really like old and rotten, and has like
horrifying.
This creepy white outfit on. It's like all ripped up, and it just slowly follows you like at a walking speed wherever you go, and you're the only person who can see it.
Interesting.
Oh, and it can like take the form of anyone. Like it could be someone you know, it could be just a completely random person. There were like shots where a person was like walking down a hall, and like you could see out the window like this old lady like just walking in the like really far away in the distance, like slowly.
So are you saying like it always follows you?
Constantly. You have to keep moving.
Okay.
Or else it'll get you.
Can you do anything to stop it or hurt it?
I don't know. The you have to like have sex with someone to give them the thing instead, and if they die, it comes back to you. Or it comes back to the last person in the line.
So okay, my wonder of things like this, like how does this get started?
I don't know. I mean, yeah, I don't think they really thought that through. But
what was I think the only horror movie I've ever gone to see was Ouija.
I went and saw it. It was pretty good. It wasn't that scary. it wasn't.
The only movie I think I ever went to see was Ouija, and that's because the girl that I was dating at the time wanted to see it.
Oh.
I was a wimp. I did not like that. I'm just not. I think the part that
she did like her horror movies.
It's just like jump scares. I just like why?
It's not. It's just
they're
like,
not
it's
scary.
Not enjoyable.
They're okay. It's not like. It's just like it just it does what it's supposed to do. It scares you into jumping. But like outside of that, it's like it seems like a really like weak tactic to make us. Like,
but then there's also the
movie.
argument of like, well, this movie doesn't have many jump scares. It's just suspenseful. Like even still, I don't want to sit in a room where I can't like easily leave and watch something that's stressing me out.
Yeah.
I don't want that.
Like,
I
just,
get it.
I just
like,
think that the one part I really remember that like kind of just freaked me out, because even not just like the thing that happened, but just thinking about like the consequences of it was like the girls like playing with like the the Ouija board or whatever, there's like a triangle thing I think or something, and she like holds it up to her eye, and her eye just like rolls back in her head, and which was kind of just weird, but then it's like it goes to like a shot of like the very front of her house as though like a camera was on the inside of her front door and is moving in. And it's I think that there was like Christmas time or winter time, because there were Christmas lights up around her house, and you just see like boom, and she just like falls down and then stops, and she just hung herself with the lights, and I was just like I was just like obviously jump scare, so I was like, oh my god,
out,
this
but then
freaked
like
me
it's
out.
actually just stupid.
But then I just thought about I was like, I don't know, because like something like that with that whole topic, just like I don't like it.
Yeah, like I like horror movies, and I like the concepts of them sometimes. Like I like reading like summaries or whatever.
See, I like reading stuff like that because like I'm like, oh my god, this is so interesting. But at the same time, like I really should stop reading because all I'm gonna do is think about this.
Right, like No Sleep on Reddit. That's like one of my favorite subreddits. I read those all the time, but because it's not a jump scare. You're not sitting there like stressed out. You can read it at your own pace. You can skip ahead. You can do whatever you want. Like. It's a different experience.
There was actually I don't know.
It's not the genre; it's the execution. It's the issue.
What was another movie I saw? I Know What You Did Last Summer. I think that's one I saw. It was like an old movie. As like you could just tell by the graphics.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I've never heard it.
It was like these kids that are drunk driving, and they're on like some mountainside, and some guy pops out and they hit him, and they think they killed him, so they get him and they're going to like throw him in the ocean that's nearby. And as they throw him in, and then like a couple seconds later, like a hand pops out, like the guy's like still alive, and they freak out and they like kick his hand and like try to basically they just shove him back into the water.
Mm.
So they could have saved him, but out of panic they killed the guy after probably severely injuring him. And then they leave him, and then all the kids start getting, I think, like mysterious notes from someone being like, "I know what you did" or whatever, and he basically just slowly kills all of them.
Yeah. 1997.
Yeah, I was gonna say 90s or 80s.
Yeah,
I figured.
It's not that old, but
okay,
it's
okay.
definitely
But I'm just saying, like,
different
because
quality.
like the quality of movies has improved so much
I know,
that a movie
yeah.
from like 2007 looks like
Looks bad.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah, it's got a different like look to it for sure.
It just felt kind of like grainy.
Yeah,
I think that's the best way to describe it.
Yeah, lower quality resolution and everything.
I don't even know if graphics is the right word to describe it, but I'm using that.
Yeah, I think it's resolution is the word.
Close enough
for movies.
Sorry,
I'm
a gamer.
So yeah, speaking of which, we play a lot of games.
We do play a lot of games. We play a lot of games.
Yeah, we do.
Some of us more than others.
Ryan, no, I'm just kidding.
Speaking of that, Xbox year in review. Can we talk about Zach? How he's played over 1,000 hours.
Wow, you're just gonna.
I'm roasting him.
You're just gonna dox him right here on the.
He
podcast?
played 748 hours of Minecraft.
That's
right?
over a month. I mean, to be fair, I played 400 something hours.
My most played game was Rocket League, and that was 200. But I think that's also because I have the whole thing where I only play on weekends, where he will play literally like probably every day. Yeah, he gets his work done, but he does play pretty much every day.
It's also because he only goes to school like 2 days a week.
Well, he has classes, but he flies.
He flies on other days, yeah. But and also we live in Illinois, so the weather hardly ever permits him to do that.
Yeah, he was telling me, his family was that he has to get like a certain amount of solo flying hours, and he's been trying to plan it out, or he's had it planned out since October. Yeah. But he has not been able to fly since. Yeah. Because of the weather. Yeah.
It's crazy.
And some other other factors.
Wind stuff. And, there's a lot of things, and especially since he's like, just now studying to be a pilot. I don't think he's ever flown by himself, has he?
I don't think he has. Because that's what he's working towards right now.
Right.
Getting that.
So, I mean, I get it that like you got to be a little bit extra careful with weather and stuff. It's just hard getting started,
Yeah, because I was talking, because I think what's interesting is like the things that he learns is like stuff that he has to know, which I think is funny because like I'm basically waiting around for 4 years to actually
to get your degree.
Well, because you don't go to college for what I want to do. Like
really
because I want to be a football coach. Yeah, there's not like classes I'm gonna take.
You just watch football.
You read and you can watch film, but like outside of that, I'm basically dilly-dallying around for 4 years, waiting until I can become hopefully a graduate assistant, which is basically where I hopefully what they do is pay for your education. Right. That's the goal. So then I don't have to worry about paying for that, and then I basically take some classes. And then I work with the program. And a graduate assistant can do everything a normal coach can do. I just can't go recruit. I just can't. So I can't like go to like high schools and be like, "Yo, you should come to our program."
So your major is like an assistant coach.
Well, I don't think.
What is the term?
Okay, the problem is that most coaches don't go to college to be a coach. Okay. Or at least their major isn't. Like, I think Nick Saban... Right.
They do something, like, related, but not exactly that.
Something like Nick Saban... Like, a lot of them are business majors. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, someone, like, from, like I was saying, Nick Saban is, like, a business major. I think Urban Meyer was a business major. Like, I think a lot of them go to school, and I don't think that they... Because I think what happens is most of them want to play. Right.
But they just like have an injury or they're not cut out for it. Or
whatever. Something like that. Like I don't think they're like I'm sure there are people that want to coach, but I the way that I have seen it is that I think a lot of coaches are ex-players, but there are people that I guess never really played past the college level. Yeah. But I just don't think there's like stuff I'm going to learn in undergrad that's going to be applicable Like anything that I learn in these 4 years is probably going to be stuff I have to do on my own.
Okay.
Like I'm not gonna go to class.
Are there like classes for it though?
Not really. Like they have. Okay, there's like a coaching minor, but what I think is more important right now is I wanted to declare a psych minor.
Okay.
I was deciding between psych and sociology. I mean,
Psych
I
is
might
definitely better.
I might end up doing both. Well, because psych I have to do 1-on-1, but sociology I have to. I would hopefully be.
I think psychology is more important for like a career. Sociology is good to know, but it's not as much applicable.
I know, but it's just because one's I think about like individuals, and sociology I think is more about the group, which both are important. But either way, the point is that like those types of things are going to be more important, I think, in understanding like how I want to develop, how I go about my hopeful future, than taking a history GE. Like it's just most of what I'm doing in my undergrad is I think pointless.
So you're taking classes that you think will help you rather than classes that are actually leading toward a degree?
No, I am only
exactly the opposite.
Exactly the opposite.
Okay.
Because there are pretty much no classes offered.
So what are you trying to get a degree then?
Well, it's called sports industry at Ohio State.
So it's just like kind of a stepping off point.
Ohio State University. Let me clarify.
So it's just kind of like a stepping off point for the next step.
It's basically like like I said, the way I think about it is it's just waiting around for 4 years.
Yeah.
I'm pretty much going to school, and I want to say having fun, but like I'm not that kind of like party kid. I've never been that. I'm still not that kind of person. I just don't really enjoy that kind of lifestyle.
Xbox parties though.
Ooh, you want to get me on some Xbox parties. Weekends only though.
Weekends only, you're right.
Otherwise I get behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's how my college life is going.
Yeah.
So what exactly, I know you do art classes.
I do art classes, yes.
Yes, I understand that.
I am an art boy.
You're an art boy. Like what kind of art do you do? Because I know that I remember Adam saying something about you going in that whole spray paint room, but I know you also do some like graphic stuff. But I don't know what you do at college.
So I finished my associate's degree already. I did it in a year.
Yeah, I remember that.
Through a program that I was lucky enough to get into at a community college.
Can you explain that? I don't understand how you, like, why did you have to finish that in a year?
That was the program. So I applied for a full ride scholarship, and I didn't get it. And my parents
Is
found...
Is that the one that Sean got?
Yeah, that's the one that Sean got.
Okay.
Oh, son of a bitch.
I'm just kidding. Trying to clarify.
I'm kidding. I'm very glad he got it. I'm proud of him.
Well, he wanted to go to...
He did. He wanted to go to Wisconsin. He wanted to go to Stevens Point right away. But he got that scholarship, and he stayed because of it. But... So I tried for the same one. I didn't get it. And my parents found another one. My parents found another one. And they... Like
through the university?
Through the community college I was going to go to.
Oh, sorry,
regardless.
Yeah,
and so I went for it.
Through that.
Yeah, and I went for it, and it was like perfect. The scholarship, it was a full ride as well, but all the classes were like 8 weeks instead of 16. So you were taking twice as many classes per semester, but you were still taking the same amount at the same time.
Okay, see, you never clarified that.
Right.
So when you said you were taking like 25 plus
24,
credits,
yeah, 24 credits a semester.
I was wondering how in the hell you were managing.
Yeah.
Taking...
No, it was still a lot of extra work though, because...
Well, yeah, I understand, because you have to do it in basically half the time.
Yeah, so in class, it's not so bad, because you can only teach so much in a certain amount of time. But we had to do the same amount of homework as a 16-week class. So I basically had double the amount of homework that I would have normally.
Yeah, I think this semester... Actually, the last semester I took, like, they call them, like, sessions. You can have first session, second session, or, like, full semester.
Right.
Like, last semester I took, like, a second session online class, and this year I'm taking one, too. It's, like, yeah, I've never, like, really had experience with taking classes like that. But I do know that one of my roommates had a class that was second session, and I think he, like, missed, like, the first couple classes because he completely forgot that they had started.
Yeah.
I feel like that's something you really like. Well, I guess for you it probably wasn't that bad because like all of your classes are done in 8 weeks, and you got to take 8 and then you got to take another
8 weeks.
more in the next 8 weeks.
Mm-hmm. So I did 2 years of schooling in a year, but I didn't do them like I wasn't taking 8 classes at a time.
So you did a whole year's worth of school
in a semester.
Yeah.
Right.
Something I think is interesting about the whole like semester thing in college is I was talking to my sister about how like after finals I got home and I was like, thank God I never have to go back to those classes again. And she didn't understand that like in college, like you don't like
you only
classes
take
are
classes
just a
at a semester
long,
at a time.
which I think is kind of like it makes sense because like in high school like it's unusual to have semester long classes.
Yeah. Well, there's electives that are semesters long.
Well, even some are full year long.
Mm-hmm.
But most of the classes that you take are like full year classes.
Year.
And I'm so glad that's not a thing in college.
Yeah, it's better because you take a month off or like 3 weeks off for winter break, and you come back and you just have to like. I
don't have to retain knowledge.
Right, you can start fresh, and honestly, it feels better too. Like getting into a class at the beginning of the year, you kind of like.
Also, what's nice is being able to have a day where you just don't have class.
Yeah. That's true.
Next semester I have no classes Monday and I have one class Friday. I didn't try to do it like that.
I don't have any classes Friday.
Yeah. I'm taking I think 3 of my classes I'm taking with 2 friends. So hopefully we can crank out some high letter grades on those.
Good. But yeah, so anyways, back to the art thing.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot I asked you about that.
No, it's good.
My apologies.
No, you weren't interrupting me. We were just doing that. But anyways, so I'm majoring in graphic design, and the thing about this this associate's degree that I did earn an associate's degree, but then I transferred to another school.
Did all your credits transfer?
That's the thing, right? So this program was with a set group of people, and we all took all the classes together, and there was a little bit of like there was a potential to switch around classes and stuff. Like I could talk to our like counselor or whatever and have them like give me different classes that I could take instead. But it wasn't so like I couldn't just like go to the website and pick all the classes I wanted. I had to take like a set list of classes, and most of them were like business related. So I really only completed like a year worth of credits that were transferable. Like I got a lot of my gen eds done, most of them. I mean, like probably 90% of my gen eds. But the thing about when you are going for a bachelor's degree, there's a lot of prereqs that you have to take. So like, if you want to take Art 2, you got to take Art 1 first. You can't take Art 1 and Art 2 at the same time.
And it's probably like you can't take Art 1 if you haven't taken this English course first.
Right. So I could have. It's possible for me to get my bachelor's degree in only 2 more years, but like if that was an option, but it's not. Like I can't. I could take Art 1 and Art 2 at the same time. Like I'm capable of it.
So despite getting your associate's degree in 1 year, you still have to go to college for 4 years?
Yeah. Okay. I'll be 3 years in this college. I'll graduate in 4 years. Basically, I got a free year of school, which is totally fine with me.
Right. And you get to go to school with your friends.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so I'm majoring in graphic design, which is computer art, basically. It's a little bit more specific than that. It's mostly, I mean, it's pretty broad, I guess, that you can do a lot of things with it. You can do like animation or like film related stuff. You can do more business marketing stuff. Like that's probably what I'll do, like joining a firm and doing projects that they assign me. Like this company can pay us to make them a logo or a business design or a letterhead.
Okay.
And I can do that kind of stuff. And it's all on computers, basically, is the gist. And that's just what it is. It's probably the most reliable career in art that you can get because, I mean, a computer, it's not like cheating. People think like, oh, you can do computer art, whatever. Like, it's so easy. It's just the way I think about it.
Probably the least artistic, I probably have the least artistic capabilities of anyone in this group. Like, I saw something on Reddit of a guy making like some sort of like low, like I don't want to say effort, but it was just like
simple.
Yes, like Overwatch type stuff. And I was like, I have no clue how to even start that.
Yeah, it's the way I think about it, right? Like if you saw like a painting and then you saw like a similar thing made on a computer, you would think the painting is more impressive, obviously, and I think that's fair to say. but it also took the person who painted it probably 10 times as long to do, right? It's just efficiency, right? If you're in the real world and you're doing something for money, you got to get it done quickly.
Well, that's technology.
Right.
That's, time is money.
So that's why I'm saying if you're going into like a painting degree, which is a thing,
I think also
you're going to struggle a little bit more finding a job.
Yeah, well, I think also people, when they think of technology, they think of it's quick, easy, fast, and it doesn't require a ton of effort.
Yeah.
So I think like what you said about efficiency, I think people appreciate stuff more because it's not just pixels you put on a screen.
Yeah, no, definitely.
It's, I'm saying like that's just what it is at its core compared to something that somebody like physically put into this real world.
Right. No, and I agree.
What we perceive.
I think anything physical medium is much more impressive than the digital artwork, but it's just not it wouldn't work.
This just sounds like the people you're talking about. Just sounds like gatekeeping, pretty much, where it's like, oh well, computers aren't real art.
Yeah, I guess. So yeah, the nice thing about getting my associate's degree is that my gen eds are done, meaning I am only taking art classes right now, which is awesome because like I just finished twice the workload in a year, like of all just business crap and like accounting and just the worst thing you could possibly imagine. And so going from that to having like a regular workload of just art classes, which was what I enjoyed doing, it's such a weight off the shoulders. Like I don't have any problem getting homework done or putting a separate time to finish it.
I wish.
Like it's just, and the other thing with art is that like when you start a project, like you kind of just want to finish it. The hardest part is like getting an idea of what you want to do.
That's what I think I really struggle. Like
that's the barrier.
You just have to start somewhere.
That keeps everyone out. And then
I just don't know where to start.
Once you've got an idea, you kind of have an idea of how you're gonna do it. You just want to finish it. You want to get it done.
I mean, that's how I felt with like trying to do this. Like I had no idea where to start, and now we're
an hour and 10 minutes into a podcast.
We're what?
An hour and 10 minutes into a podcast.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Gotta stop somewhere.
Maybe like an hour and a half. Right. Cut it off. I think that'd be fine. But yeah, so 3 years, I should have that done, taking like 15 to 18 credits a semester. Then I don't know exactly. I'd find a job, I guess. I don't know what. I'm not really gonna be picky about it, but yeah.
Sounds fun. I guess being an art major is more than just like, the typical. Well, you're not going to get employed because who wants to be an art major?
Yeah, it's a
field. There's
that
actually job
hires.
Opportunities, I guess.
I mean, think about it. Everything needs a graphic designer. All the clothes you're wearing, all those logos were made by graphic designers. Like,
yeah, probably.
Yeah, no, for sure. That like someone was hired to make that.
Well, I mean, this you could just copy from something that was made a long time ago.
Yeah, but I mean, like the original logo.
Yeah. Was
made by a graphic designer. And, any marketing like billboards or movie posters, all that kind of stuff. It's in everything. We're a visual species. But yeah.
Shook the table.
Being an art major is interesting because I don't really have to study. Like we have tests occasionally, but they're just like.
Do you? I think you
we do.
Project.
We have like vocab stuff. Like,
oh, okay.
But it's just super easy and it mostly common sense. The thing is like you don't really have to spend any time studying if you have common sense. I mean, I get it like sometimes and just to get a better grade maybe, but all of our time is spent like doing homework.
Do you have any like fluff classes that you can take, or do you not like had room for that because you're first year?
No, I don't really have any fluff classes. I mean, like we have to take art history, but I have to take that. It's not like just a fluff class.
Okay.
But it's just like a lecture.
Speaking of art history, there's this class at or no, it's not art history at Ohio State called Art Education. Mm-hmm. It is the most blow off easy class. Yep. And I haven't been able to take the thing is like why I wanted to take it is because it fails a certain requirement.
Right.
It's
like a
GE,
fine arts or
something like that. I'm not gonna need it anymore because I'm gonna like fulfill that either I already did or I'll fulfill it next semester. Mm-hmm. But every year when you go to sign up for classes, that is the one class that will be completely filled up on the in-person and online, and there will be wait lists for both. Like it's crazy how like everybody wants to take this because it's like one of my roommates took it and he stopped going to classes mid September, and he got an A in the class.
Jeez, how does he like still do the homework though?
I don't know. I don't really. I've never seen him work on it.
I'm sorry.
I'm not trying to attack you, because like anytime I see him work, it's always on like, this is my stats or my calc or whatever. And it's like this class. I was like, I think they wrote 2 papers. I don't really know what else they did in that class. Yeah. But it was just. I don't know. I just thought it was like funny because it was just like a complete blow off that people took.
Yeah, it's one of those classes where they know everyone has to take it, and they know it's not really very useful for most people. So it's just like they're not really strict about it, and that's fine. I think. Everyone has to take like some kind of art history or something related to it
because the colleges want you to be well rounded, but then you get in the real world and they only want specified like people that are good in specific areas.
Even me, I don't think it's gonna really apply to anything. Like, I mean, it's nice to know what you're talking about. Like, oh, this looks like it was made during the whatever period.
Yeah, no.
But
I'm
like,
never gonna think about that.
I mean, I'm maybe as an art major I will, but like other than
I'm talking about me
nothing.
Trying to be a well-rounded student.
I don't know why it's like such a big deal that people have to take classes like that.
I understand. Man. Oh my god, it's only 7 o'clock.
It is only 7. Yeah,
getting old, man.
Your schedule is screwed. What else?
I don't really know. I mean, it's kind of.
I think that's a decent introduction.
Yeah.
You know, anyone who's not in our friend group who just stumbles across our channel can listen to this and just be concerned.
I guess that's one way to put it. I mean, I didn't think we would get this far.
Dude, yeah, this is awesome.
All you have to do is talk.
Yeah, that's fine. And it's nice to also just have an excuse to talk. Like,
yeah. Well, we already do it anyways.
We talk, but like it's not like the most productive conversations. It's like, oh, I need some wood for this project I'm building. Like,
well, okay. Outside of video games, like I don't think we do this anymore. But what we used to do is we would all go upstairs and like stand around the kitchen and just share stories. Like, just record it and share it. Exactly. Share your personal life to the public.
Yeah. So let's close this out by talking about our plans for the channel. We started this thinking we're gonna do podcasts, right? That's like gonna be our main thing.
Yeah.
And maybe do some let's plays, gaming videos too. I think we're gonna have like guests on from the group.
Yes.
Hopefully get everyone to come on at least once. Talk about some interesting stories you've got.
I would like to get Sean on here. Yeah. Because I know Sean and I could talk about.
Yeah, but like as like a third person. You know?
Yeah. Not like join the podcast permanently.
Right.
Yeah, I understand what you mean.
And then like we could do some like video podcasts too. See how that works. Experiment with it. We gotta figure out these audio podcasts first though. Like,
well, hey, we're
just using Audacity on a built-in microphone on my computer.
I mean, you gotta start somewhere.
Yeah. What else? Is there anything else you want to do?
Outro.
I mean, like for the channel though.
Oh well. I don't know. Like, comment, subscribe.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Podcasts and maybe some gaming. The focus is the group of us, the Nois Boys, the boys from Illinois, talking.
I still don't think everyone approves of that name, but I decided to make it a thing.
I like it. It's catchy. Yeah, and I think it's just a good excuse to talk, and
we're basically I think the goal is to just kind of record the conversations we already like to have.
Exactly.
And just share them.
We're busy. We're college students, but like this is we can make this happen.
We're forming our own identities now.
Yeah. I just we're a good group of friends, and it kind of worries me a little bit how like short we've known each other, because it already feels like we've known each other for like ages.
Yeah.
And
I know what you mean.
I want to keep that. I want to stay friends.
Technology. It's like we talk pretty much at least every week. If someone's saying someone is or everybody will probably say something.
Yeah, exactly. So it's good. This is just another method of communication.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun, just talk.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna just completely wing this outro because we didn't
Well,
think
you
about
did
this.
the intro, so you
I
got
did
the
do
outro.
the intro, and I completely accidentally rhymed it. We're sticking with that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go. Welcome to the Nois Bois Show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All
All right, how do we rhyme it on the way out? This was the Nois Bois Show. No, it's got to be a different word,
it's time
though.
for us to go.
That, you know what? That's pretty good.
No.
This has been the Nois Bois Show. Now it's time for us to go.
I don't like it. I actually don't like that.
Okay. It just sounds like a child's TV show.
Yeah, I'm thinking of like Blue's Clues.
Yeah.
Before the
before
the drugs hit.
Before Blue is a girl.
No,
she's so angry.
Stop. I was talking about like Steve or whatever his name
But Blue is a girl and Magenta is a guy.
Wait, what? I didn't know the second part.
Yes.
Okay, no, stop. We don't.
We gotta end this podcast.
Oh my god, we can figure that out later or talk about it later.
I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
You just brought something out deep inside of me.
Okay.
Okay. Come on, we gotta think of some rhymes.
We should have planned this earlier.
No, it's okay. Come on, this is a practice podcast. It's homemade. The kinks will be worked out.
What?
We don't kink shame here on the podcast.
Kink shaming is my kink.
Ooh.
Have you seen that video?
No, I haven't, but that's okay.
Oh no.
What? I can't look up that Magenta's a boy, but you can show me a video about kink shaming?
Calling people daddy is gross. Stop kink shaming me. Kink shaming is my kink.
Oh man, okay. You gotta send me the link so I can play those videos over the podcast audio.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. Well, I don't think we're gonna be able to rhyme the outro.
Okay, bye.
We'll think about it. So, thanks for listening. And probably just like eating food or doing homework or not really paying attention, because that's how podcasts work. Yep, that's all I got. Goodbye.